Hello, welcome back. Hope you are suitably nourished and refreshed, ready for the second half of Saviours DnD. So, you have all been resting, for want of a better word, maybe lost in thoughts, reflecting on choices made, especially in the past 24 hours.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never regret.
Alton has been attempted to be sort of calmed down a bit by Mara and reassured that she doesn't blame him for burning her temple down. And I don't know, did it work from Alton's point of view?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't think so, but I didn't want to just assume that. And 2, maybe 3 hours go past, and the guards come back, and you are ushered back to the same room, and only Perrin San is there. And he tells you that the interrogation of the 2 members of the Silken Woe has revealed things that they didn't previously know. He has said that they were quite minor. Sorry, that wasn't his voice. They were quite minor members of this contemptible organization, and they did not know much, actually less than some of the things that you have already told us. However, what they have told us is they have told us the exact entryway into the Silken Woe cadre in Neverwinter. Now, I have to deploy more and more guards in the city in case more of these drow come out to cause mischief and their nefarious deeds in the city. And what I would like to ask you to do for your freedom is to go down, hopefully root out the remainder of this cadre, which is significantly diminished by the number that have been killed by your own shield coins overnight, and try and find any more clues as to what may or may not have happened to Dante, the Overgold, as I can't conscience sending you off with any men to Luskan when we don't know any more than to ask about this person that could very well have either disappeared with the Overgold and been done away with because he's a nobody, or, as I suspect, been completely part of the problem and been an accomplice to his disappearance. We hope that there will be paperwork and more things that will point you in better directions down south. Obviously, there is a huge benefit to the city if such a cancer is expunged from our midst.
Of course.
So, if I'm to get this correctly, you want us to do this in exchange for our freedom when you have already admitted that we have not done anything.
Well, I may have slightly overspoken. There will obviously be the usual compensation that we would give if we had encountered or hired a mercenary band or something like that. We will make good. I have had men go to the ruins of the Temple of Joaquin, and we have found a number of your magical items which have not been ruined by the fire, and the city will replace any of the other mundane items that have been ruined in that fire that will help you on this journey.
The mundane.
Acceptable. I appreciate it. I have my axe with me.
Do you?
Well,
No,
it's in the armory. It is in the building because he had it in his hands. It didn't go up in flames. But you would all also know that magical items are usually immune to anything other than very specific magical fire. And although the fireball was magical fire, it's just an ordinary fire when it sets other things alight. So it wasn't a magical blaze. It was just started by magical means. So things like rings and cloaks and magical weapons, potions, I'd probably say, things like that will have survived. I can't make my mind, and this is, sorry, I'm going a little bit off topic, but I'm just going to ask you as players your thoughts on this. I can't make my mind up whether a bag of holding would be consumed by fire or not. I am erring on the side of not and nothing inside either, but I don't know what your thoughts are as individual.
My thought is it can be punctured. It can be damaged by non-magical items. So,
should we dig up the text? Is it the idea that you can punch it from the outside or from
You can
any?
stab
you can
it.
puncture it from the outside. It can be damaged easily.
So if
by
something
any
fell
sort
on
of
it,
things.
potentially it could have been ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the concern of that specific magical item.
So it could have been punctured. That is a thought though. Nails, when they are in a burning house, would probably just superheat until they're big blunt edges though. Seeing as it's fur now.
They don't become blunt until they stay sharp until they hit like some sort of like ground, then they'll flatten.
Oh yeah, they need something to sort of press it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but they should lose form when they're like in that heat.
Yeah, possible.
Up to the DM, really.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again, Mara.
Like burning houses get extremely hot, and so the nails might have sort of switched shape. English.
I'm reading it. What exactly it says in the Dungeon Master's Guide is if the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn. It doesn't say burnt. It ruptures and is destroyed. Its contents are scattered in the astral plane, and if the bag and other things, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, what I will say is, it was in your quarters, Mara.
Yes.
Would you naturally, and I'm just going to have to rely on you to answer this truthfully, would it naturally have been put in? There was like small chests in all of those rooms to put your knickknacks and things in. Would it naturally have been in there?
Holy Mara.
No, yeah, but it's just.
I mean, I think she would have, because she would have wanted things neat and
It's just-
tidy. I'm not trying to lead you in any way.
She wants to keep it in the chest to keep it safe. It's just I'm wondering, is the chest in like the other side of the room or close to the bed?
It probably would have been at the head of the bed,
Okay,
or
so
at the
then it
bottom
would
of the bed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
In that case, what I'm going to say is there's only a 20% chance of it being pierced, because although the chest would have gone up in flames, it would have protected the thing from other things. So roll me a D100, and on a 20 or lower, it is gone, and everything inside it has been scattered to the four corners of the astral plane. If you roll higher than a 20, it is amongst the possessions that Perenzan is offering to give you back.
40.
Right, that's fine. So it is there. It is a little singed around the edges, but
Unfortunately, that 20% was between 30 and 50.
Oh, damn.
So it is fully operational, and anything that was inside that bag is fine as well.
Lesson not learned.
So are we sifting through debris? Is that what's happening now?
No,
they
they have done this.
Oh, I understand.
All I am saying is that if you accept what he has offered you, these are the things you're going to get back.
I am guessing that my ornate sword, it's not magical, and it's kind of just like a rapier, so probably.
No. anything
My dresses are
non-magical is gone. All your dresses are gone. But as I've said as well, they will replace anything. You know, you're not going to get a fancy ornate rapier, but they will give you another rapier.
You'd have a very
So-
fancy dress, though.
Yeah. We can deal with that sort of stuff. Let's not go into the minutiae of that at the
No,
moment.
no.
But we can do
Mara
that
wants
between. But yes, that's just what I was about to say. If there's anything specific that you think you have lost, please speak to Perrin San now, so we can talk. Obviously, I'll have to just catch up with Emeros about this through the week.
We lost the food.
Anything particular that any of you have lost that you would ask about?
Alton has everything on him. Except for his short sword.
I think my cloak was enchanted to stay clean. I don't know if that's It might have
That's
just been really
magic.
good material. Might have just been really good material.
Oh, it was. It was just. It wasn't magic. It was. Yeah. It was a particularly
Real good material.
Yeah, it was real good material.
He's just a very fashion-conscious enchant.
I
I
mean,
don't have access to my character.
I
sheet.
100%. I bet. Okay, let's see what
I don't
Mara's
think Mara.
got. I mean, you lost some lemon balm tea plants.
What?
I think Garmin
You
liked
lost.
that tea as well.
You lost a Pegasus feather.
Where did you get a Pegasus
Oh.
feather?
Remember in the
she
meadow,
saw a
everybody-
Pegasus. Yeah, she was
Oh,
on
yeah.
watch, and it landed in front of her just before the battle.
And then a set of fine clothes. Also, you lost your traveler's clothes because you specifically stated you ran out in your negligee.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But those are
Oh my-
things that they'll get you a fancy dress. It might not be as nice or specific, the one that you've lost. They will get you other traveling clothes. So those things don't need to be deleted. Those are things that will just be replaced
Yeah, but
by this city.
to sort of short down on time, Mara will probably buy new ones. She doesn't want to be given some.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that'll happen later.
But I think the only thing you're really going to lose at this moment in time is any money that you had on your persons.
Yep.
So the bank is safe.
Let me just delete all my money. Goodbye.
Alton still has all his money.
that he doesn't care about.
Nope.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So this is obviously, we've sort of stepped out of the game for a second. So he has sort of put this proposal to you, and he says, I have been told of your exploits in the Forested Hills region of the Neverwinter Wood. It seems there are some people starting to come through and tell your tales. So I know you are a formidable group who has faced some fairly tight odds and won. So I do not think I am putting you, sending you off to your inevitable death, but this is highly dangerous. But
Of course.
would you do this on behalf of the city?
You got
Mara
all
will,
paladin on us. Would you do this on behalf of the city?
Yes.
Would you ride to your death? Father!
Mara will nod. She'll look to the others and then she'll nod. Mara's okay with it. Rooting out some drow.
Yeah, why not?
Alton will sort of just, whatever Mara does, to just...
Well, I will give you some more information. Now, what they have told us, when I get to the right page, is the entrance to this cadre of the Silken Woe is contained within the tomb of a long dead noble called Count Dreyfad. And his mausoleum is in a portion of the great Never Death.
Never
graveyard.
death. Right. Sure.
That's genuine Forgotten Realms canon. It's called
Yeah.
Never Death Graveyard.
Yeah,
I
it
wonder
gets
if
worse.
anything's still alive out there.
And within this tomb, there is a entrance that goes down into the upper Underdark, and that is where the caverns that the Drow have taken for themselves is located. Now, this is going to be dangerous on 3 different occasions. The graveyard itself shall be dangerous, as there is a lot of undead there. So, unfortunately, it is highly unlikely you will make your way there without attracting the attention of something.
Steve.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Steve. Sorry.
He's holding the franchise together.
The caverns that you're traveling to are not directly below this tomb, so you will have to travel what they said is maybe a day through the Underdark, which will bring its own dangers for the various aberrations and monstrosities that roam it. Although being in the upper layers, it should not be anything too deathly, but who knows what has come up to the surface. I think the Underdark, I've never travelled there, but from what I understand, it is almost like the deep ocean. The further down you go, the darker and more dangerous it becomes. And then obviously this shall be the caverns of the Drow themselves, but you have already shown yourselves quite adept at dealing with them. I can't imagine this shall be any more difficult to kill than you have previously.
Alton looks
experienced.
more confused than ever. Sort of going swimming in the caverns. the upper Underdark.
No, I was just using that as an explanation. There is no sea in the Underdark.
And he looks to his ring. He says, he's got a ring of swim speed. He hasn't got to use it at all. He's like, okay.
There shall never be a body of water encountered ever again. No.
The world has become dry.
What you missed there, Terror, is that he's just said that as far as he's aware, there will be 3 specific dangers that you'll encounter. Is the graveyard, where there is still a high amount of undead there. There will probably be a day or two's travel in the upper Underdark, which obviously brings its own dangers, and then the caverns of the Drow itself. So he's being... Well, anyone can make an insight check if you want to see how forthcoming he is being.
I don't remember what my bonus is.
What did you roll?
Secretary?
What are you rolling?
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
You have a plus 11.
Yes. So 17.
Hey, she's a priestess of business. So
Yes.
that is a class feature.
I look at him and I know everything.
Yes. You know that he is being completely forthright with you, and he wants to be very clear that you are fully understanding the dangers that he is presenting you before you make. He is an honourable person, and he definitely wants you to do this task for him, but he doesn't want you to be in any mistake about how dangerous a task he is asking you to undertake.
Alton doesn't read the room very well. And he sort of just says, "We're going to need more jam." He looks straight at the guard. I hear that there is a jam maker called Reeve in Derg Balakin who makes a fantastic. He goes into like a sales pitch.
Mara's gonna look very proud.
It is the best jam in all of the Forested Hills area, maybe even in all of this realm.
Well, and he looks very confusedly at you and says, well, if all you are asking for is jam, then even if it is a specific jam, I can make sure and get a box of it for you. That is no problem at all.
Wonderful.
We get the neighborhood guard to buy the jam from Mara.
I'm guaranteeing sales here.
Yeah. And there is a specific caravan that trades it from them.
Thank
Go
you.
now.
He just really thank you and just goes quiet again. Or looks looking around.
And if you order now.
When do we leave?
Well, anytime you wish.
I wish to leave now.
Yeah, I'm not I have no reason to stay. We can leave.
I just need to buy some things before we go, but it'll probably.
We'll fix
be
it in
prepared.
post.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Basically, what? Tell me now, what are you wanting? Because I will just.
I mean, the stuff probably from the inventory that I will have lost, but I don't know that I would have lost.
Right,
Otherwise,
yeah. And in that case, that's not a problem. We'll just you give him a list, and he gets what you want as long as there's nothing like super expensive. But
no.
basically-
I mean, we were going to buy it, so we're just going to store, and then she's just gonna basically grab some.
no, I
pretty
think
dresses.
what I'm saying is that as part of
He's covering
taking
it.
this up, he's covering it. That's part of
Oh.
it. If he won't say go to the shops, he will say give me a list, and my men will get it for you.
Oh, okay, so
Some box of
list,
Derg
and
Balakin
then-
jam.
But she
And,
will then.
yes,
That's
and you
not-
come back and you get anything you want. As I say, all the sort of mundane items that you want put back, rations,
Rope and
lanterns, rope, all these sorts of things, and changes of
Rope,
clothes, tent, bedrolls, all that sort of, your adventurer's pack or dungeon delver's pack or whatever you have. You can have all that stuff, kits, if you've got healing kits. I forget everything that you've got.
I mean, other
And
than
he
that-
presents you with a mixer box, Alton, of Reeves' Marvelous Jam, and two raspberry, two bramble, and two. What will I go for?
tea.
Strawberry, I think.
Yeah, he'll eat the bramble first. It's not his favorite.
That's still wrong. That's definitely the best.
No, it's not. Cherry is the best. Incorrect.
Taste is wrong.
Anyway, yes. So that's
I
what
think I think Solaire is just like. Are they still in the conference room?
At this moment in time, we're just sort of fudging it because we're then just going to. If you're saying we're going, we're just
He
going
wants
to
his
time
axe.
skip.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the thing. And he goes and any weapons that you have had taken off you is
He
given.
doesn't need any of his
And he-
other
and
like,
he-
adventuring gear, just his axe.
And he looks at you and goes, I can absolutely understand why you were nervous to be parted from such a wondrous weapon.
Yes. I've had many people upset at me when I lost it last time.
Dwarven manufacturer, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what it looks like.
Such an NPC. Oh, it's pretty good. And he just stands there awkwardly.
What is that thing in Skyrim? Oh, a bowman. I am more of a swordsman myself.
Indeed. I think
Yeah,
I think
it was-
all of this itemization and people get and they're all I'm sure Mara's got a list. She's going through everything very carefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Once Cillier gets his axe, he probably doesn't care all that much.
No, nothing
Um,
else.
I think Alton just sort of opens the box, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks to the guard. Okay, we're ready to go.
Have jam, fine.
Star Wars.
Have jam for the travel.
So it's sort of
I mean,
late afternoon. The day is waning because it's the autumn. It's overcast. It's dark anyway.
It's waning out here.
Yeah, it's raining. It's waning. No. And you're given a guard escort to the outskirts of the Neverdeath graveyard and are pointed in the direction. And you
the
are...
only thing that I would say that we would want to buy on our own is clothes.
Yeah, that's all sorted, sure.
Yeah, we don't
So
need to worry
we
about
pick
it.
our own
So
clothes.
what I'm saying is you have what you want.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're not
have my
getting
robes
involved
of the
in a shopping.
Archmagi.
We're not getting involved in a shopping episode again.
Anyway, and I wanted a necklace and
Have everything you want.
everything.
You
Fine.
are taken past the main entrance of the Neverdeath graveyard and a bit further to a set of wrought iron gates that stand ajar. And you can see, looking, that there is a fountain just inside the gates and pathways going round, lots of tombstones. There's trees and shrubbery that you can't see sightlines in lots of directions. And there are several large mausoleums which are scattered throughout this section of the graveyard. And the guard says, we're not certain exactly which of the tombs is the one of Count Drathad that you are looking for, just that it is in this section of the graveyard.
Were we told what race he was?
No, but if you'd have asked, they would have told you he was a human. He was a human noble from a couple of 100 years ago.
Can I use my vampire sense to find the nearest mausoleum?
That's not a thing, so no.
Dang it.
But with using your eyes, you can see.
That's lame.
Vampire eyes.
Who uses eyes? I should have advantage on every roll I do in a graveyard.
You can see from the gates before you have entered. You can probably see about 6 mausoleums from your point of view. But the way the trees and the shrubbery are, there may be others which are out of your line of sight at the moment.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing to do but to check all of them.
So again, from here, you can see the fountain in front of you. There's a main branch of the pathway that goes directly north. And there seems to be arms of pathways that go off to the left and right in front of you. Yeah, just sort of branches off a tree sort of thing off the main pathway. There are no mausoleums on the main pathway, but most of them seem to be on these side branches. You can see the first 2 left and right very clearly, and there's no mausoleums in either of them. It's just standard gravestones. And the second ones, there are quite a lot of trees and shrubbery there, so you're not sure whether there are any mausoleums. But there are definitely some on the third set of pathways that go off the main route. So you stand in front of the gates as the misty and slightly eerie graveyard as the evening falls and the light diminishes. You've chosen a particular... You should have had this last episode for Halloween. You have decided to enter the spooky graveyard just as night falls. What do you do?
Check for footprints of maybe a large army of drow coming out.
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'm real good at.
Guidance.
Oh, guidance. Hell yeah. Give me that D4, boy. That's a 19.
Here at the main entrance, there is definitely evidence of lots of feet going backwards and forwards, but you can't discern other than it was humanoid creatures. What is that?
But is there like a big group recently, like a day?
Not a big group recently. It's just there is a lot of footpath traffic here.
Got it.
And one thing I should say underneath, it's not mud, it's that sort of hard impacted hardcore where it's loose, it's not quite gravel, it's not quite dirt. So all you're actually seeing rather than footprints is you can just see where the ground has been disturbed as people or things have passed by.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's what I figured.
you're absolutely certain that some of this movement has been quite recent. But even with a 19, it's very difficult to discern exactly when and exactly whether it was one person or hundreds of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
But it also does say that it's definitely comings and goings.
Yeah. I guess we should check the main path and then do the side paths.
Galton will just sort of look up to whoever's close to him. What was his name again?
Count Babadook.
Babadook. Okay. Alton will just walk out.
Okay.
I mean, we weren't giving any instructions to the location of his crypt, so
Just all they knew was it was within this portion of the graveyard, because the Never Death graveyard that you would know, Mara, it's a gigantic graveyard. You know, it actually covers several city blocks, and what they have done is managed to narrow it down to maybe a few hundred meters, sort of a rectangle of about a few hundred meters. Or yards, if you want to do it that way, in size. So it has, you know, if you'd just been told it's Never End's graveyard, you could just spend weeks finding it. Whereas, you know, even if you're unlucky, this should only take a few hours to find, if that.
So Alton's going to go looking for names of Mr. Babadook.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to go to the nearest one that you can see in the third.
Yep.
Yep. Roll me a d20.
15.
15. Okay, roll me a d12.
That's not a D12. Neither is that. Right, curse you, D12. I found it. 9.
Interesting.
First try, we found it.
Yes, over here.
No, but you found something.
Count Babadook.
Close. Bear with me 1 second.
Looking for Count Never Dies.
well,
Excuse me, are you him?
no,
No.
I am Count Never Lives.
So,
Daggled.
as you proceed up the main sort of thoroughfare path towards the right-hand branch of the third, where you see the closest mausoleum, as you pass the fourth, the second branch, you see 4 creatures. 2 come from the left and 2 come from the right. And again, I shall do this so you can see them.
Thank you.
Ooh.
And
They look hot.
they are floating, slightly incorporeal.
Incorporeal. Something.
Incorporeal, yeah, whatever.
Incorporeal.
Incorporated. Carry on.
Yes. And seem to be coming in your direction with evil intent.
Mara.
And I would like you all to roll initiative. They're probably about 60 feet away from you when you all...
I do have a question.
Yes.
Because you said, I'm not sure what those rolls were for, so I'm wondering, am I surprised? Am I... Or what's happening?
You are not surprised, no.
Okay, alright, let's roll that. Oh, that's...
6.
22.
7.
Yep.
Damn it.
22.
19.
Oh, yeah.
6, 7. Someone do Cyric.
Yep. Cyric got a 9 plus his dexterity.
Probably about a
Farming
12.
got a 9 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
feels
I'm
like a
just
plus 3.
opening up his sheet for you. What did Garvin get?
9 total.
9 total.
That's probably about a 9 total. If not 8.
Cyric's character sheet is taking about 6 days to open up.
It's a druid and cleric thing.
Yeah, he has +2 to his
So
initiative.
he's got an 11.
Okay, and our fair maidens. What is their initiative? +1. So, first one gets a 14, second one gets a 9, and a 5 and 11. So, Mr. 22, who's that again?
Me.
Alton, you
Yes.
are not surprised and get to act first. So you see 2 on the left, 2 on the right. These, as I say, incorporeal women floating towards you. Quite horrifying in their appearance and are quite clearly have evil intent.
Okay.
Welcome, graveyard tour guides.
I see. And they're coming this way?
At this moment in time, it looks like they are
planned
intent
to.
upon you.
What is their... How close are they to each other? There's 2 on one side and 2 on the other.
There's
but
2, yeah. So they're about 10 feet apart, the 2 on each side, but they are about 80 feet apart, the 2 separate groups of 2.
Okay. They're about how far apart? About 8 feet apart?
10.
10 feet apart?
The 2 pairs are about 10 feet apart, as in the
Okay.
2 individuals in each pair, but the pairs themselves are about 80 feet apart.
Okay, so there's
So there are 4 of them.
a good deal of...
Yeah.
Yes, there's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he's just going to, as he has time, he will he'll cast Shatter on 2 of them on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how that works. Do they make a save or something? I should really get my card. Yes, they make a con save.
I don't know. You tell me.
Con save. Versus
2 con saves, left or right, just so I know
Right,
which
right.
ones to mark. Right. So first one is a 6, and the second one is a 2, so they both fail.
They both fail. So they both take 3d8. 1d8. A 2d8. Okay, that'll do. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 5, 16 damage.
Okay, that is fine.
As the air sort of on top of their heads and face.
And they seem to... What sort of damage is that?
I will tell you in just one moment.
What spell was it? shatter?
Shatter. I believe it's force.
Thunder damage.
Thunder. Yes, it is thunder.
As you seem that your spell has taken full effect, but it does not seem to have done as much damage as it normally would have.
Okay. Are they made of inorganic material?
Incorporeal.
They
They're incorporeal.
they're a bit see-through-y.
Ethereal.
Yeah, that's sort of what incorporeal means. So,
All right, okay.
sorry.
Settle down. I
Incorporeal.
like my big words.
Big worms. Yeah, okay.
What
well,
it
listen.
means.
What can you do?
But
you go.
basically, in Latin, it means without a real body. Corporeal.
Indeed. So he takes note of that, and
Ow, that hurts. Damn.
yeah, that's all. That's all he can do. Oh damn, I missed that.
Your reaction to me
He was
was
minding
slap.
you slapping him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pa. Quiet, you.
Yeah, silence. Fool.
Silence.
Down
fool.
in the cheap seats. So the
You not see I'm not doing
Banshee,
damage here?
one of the banshees on the left-hand side moves next, and it moves or flies 40 feet towards you. So it's now 20 feet from all of you, and it opens up its mouth and makes a horrifying, mournful wail. And I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
Okay.
DC 13.
Oh. Yeah, no. No. I would need... In that one, I would need a +10.
Yeah, that's a no.
+9.
And Cyric and Garvin?
I'm good. Garvin's got a +8 to con. Mara.
Oh
Garvin.
shit, I totally forgot about rolling for him. I don't know what his
+8.
con. Oh, no, yeah, probably.
And Cyric has a +2, whoever wants to.
Cyric's got
So
a
he-
dirty 20.
All right,
what
that's
was
fine.
the DC?
13.
I rolled 13, so he succeeded.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, those of you that failed, Mara and Alton, you are both immediately reduced to 0 hit points and go unconscious.
Wait, what?
Both. Banshee's Whale. If you fail it, you are reduced to 0 hit
Oh, well,
points.
there you go. That was a quick fight.
The rest of you cast. Oh, fucking hell, I rolled high there. Take 16 points of psychic damage.
Ugh.
Luckily, they only get to whale once per day, and I only rolled a 1 on my d4, so there's only a single whale left between the 4 of them.
They don't appear to be needing many more. It's just like a fuck you.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It is the second one on that side. Who?
He's going to do a whale.
No, there's only one whale between the 4 of them.
Oh, I thought they had one left.
It's no, sorry, no. I rolled a 1 on a d4, so they only got 1 between them, and they only get 1 per day. It's going to just back up its compatriot and move up 40 feet and hold its action. Then it is who rolled a 7, or someone else rolled a 9. Sorry, who else rolled a 9?
I think
That
no.
was, it was Cyric.
Garvin?
Cyric rolled an 11. It was a 9 + 2.
Oh, it's Garvin names on the 9.
Garvin, yeah.
Cyric will fucking heal Mara probably.
Mm-hmm.
He has a healing word in him or something, or if he has cure wounds prepared, do that because he's probably still right next to her.
Yeah, he will do, because he rolls Cure Wounds as well as
Yeah.
Healing Word. So he goes over and touches you. Will he just do it at first level?
Probably.
Yeah.
1d8 plus the spellcasting modifier.
Indeed.
I rolled a 7.
So many spells. So you wake up Mara on the ground, conscious, with 7 hit points.
Well, 7 plus 1,
Oh.
8, because of his thing, plus
Of
his
course,
sure
yes.
wisdom, which is I think a plus 3.
He's because of his weird thing. He actually gets charisma, so it's plus 5.
Okay, so that's you have 13 hit points, Mara.
Ooh, lucky me. 13. Where's the? There it is.
Good.
13.
In that
So
case,
much
it's
health.
Garvin next.
Right. I think he's just going to charge and attack them if they're within range.
Yeah, there's 2 of them within range, within 20 feet.
Then he'll run forward and he'll attack.
Okay.
I think his bonus is a plus.
Plus 8.
+19.
And 19 hits.
Right.
Battle axe. 1d. Is he using a shield? Yes. So 1d8 plus. Damage. 1d8 plus 5.
5. So 6 because I rolled a 1.
Remind me, Garvin's battle axe is not magical, is it?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't.
Okay.
His shield is.
We should have bought one for him.
Yeah, I'm
Never
pretty
mind.
sure he doesn't. Again, similar to Alton, Garvin feels like his damage is being resisted by the creature. An its held action goes off and it attacks Garvin.
No.
And it rolls a 22.
Wait. 22. Right.
Good
That hits.
God.
What happened?
You're rubbing your microphone something chronic. It's destroying
Oh,
my
sorry.
ears.
I was reaching for the dice that escaped across the room.
22 hits. I think Garvin's armor class is 21, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, his armor class is 22, but
Oh, that still hits him.
it rolls.
Yeah. Full plate and no, it's full plate plus 1, shield plus.
13 necrotic damage from its horrible claw. 7. Is that Mara or Alton? Sorry, I didn't write it down
I
properly.
think that was me.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, of course, Alton's first, so it's Sevier and then it's Mara.
Yeah.
Sevier.
Okay, I will run fourth.
I'm rusty. I've not run this for 2 weeks now.
I forget every
to
single
do
spell I
initiative.
have and what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just written numbers down, but not which characters associate with each number.
I will run forth and hit them with an axe recklessly.
That is fine.
I hit.
That's fine.
I don't even want to do math anymore.
In all honesty, I think your bonuses are close to, unless you roll a 1, I think is about.
Yeah, I have a plus 8 to hit, at least right now. Yeah, I rolled an 18, so.
Cool.
And I will use my new D12 given to me by Garfield, the Deals Warlock.
Thank you, Garfield.
I rolled a 9 plus
Giving us a boon this day.
5, so that's 14 damage.
I take it you're attacking the same one that Garvin.
Yes, yeah, Garf and I were double teaming.
Yeah. You do not feel like any of the damage you're inflicting has been resisted.
Nice. Thought you were going to say
since-
any of the damage. Go, oh shit.
And since I forgot earlier, I will now rage and then attack the second time.
That's fine.
Yes, does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Yeah. Thank you, Garfield, the Deals Warlock. That's a 17 damage.
17 was that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And that is my turn.
That is fine. Mara, it is yourself.
Right. She's gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
How close is everybody? Because I think turn undead is like 30.
Two of them are within 20 feet of you. 2 of them are within 60 feet of you.
Turn undead is a 30-foot radius.
Okay. So she's gonna do the mistake that I did recently when we were playing Icewind Dale, and she's gonna use turn undead. That is how my cleric died. Chastened by cold whites instead. So I'll use turn undead. DC 60.
Yeah.
DC 60? Oh my god.
60 judge.
But you have Joaquin's blessing too, don't you?
That's not.
Oh, it's charisma. I was wondering what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was also saves and skill checks.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just reading up exactly.
Are they CR rating 1/2 or lower?
Doubt it. I seriously doubt it. They just one shot 2 people.
They are not.
All right.
Isn't it one?
It's literally like going into a level 60 zone at level 15.
They both fail your wisdom check.
Oh.
They are now forced to must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it cannot willingly move a space within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
It also can't take reactions.
That is fine. You believe 2 of them have succumbed to your channel divinity.
Yes. And as asked before, she opens, I forget the name because I don't have my notes, but she opens up the hole, and the 2 spiritual figures of 2 women come charging at them, crashes into them, forces them to flee.
That's fine.
Beautiful. Would you like to bonus action heal the downed bard?
He did burn down my temple.
Seems like a waste of spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, he's super lucky. Don't worry about it. I'll get a natural
in
20.
the past. We have to move on.
Oh, you're not making death saves, Don Bro. You're unconscious.
Oh, I'm at
You're
0.
not dying.
Oh.
They knocked you out.
Yeah.
They didn't.
You were
didn't
knocked
cause you
unconscious at 0.
Oh.
That's how that spell is. It doesn't start making you make death saves.
I'm in no danger. We're cool. We're cool.
You're in no danger. Well,
Yeah.
unless everyone else dies, and then you'll be.
Delicious
It also
banshee
means-
bites.
It also means you won't wake up for at least an hour.
Killed by a
Ultimately,
banshee.
they
I always
catch
knew
you.
that would happen.
It's a D4, right?
What's
For
a
a
D4?
healing word.
Yes.
D4
Yeah.
plus 4 or something?
Yeah.
Or D4 plus your...
D4 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is 5. No, what is it?
5.
3.
5.
5. I don't know if you guys have a +5 to something. I don't. Gosh.
Is it 5?
It is. I
Maybe
have
it-
your sheet open.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
almost like you were given a super powerful weapon to try and make up for some shitty stats.
You get 8 hit points.
Ooh, nice.
It's almost like that's the case.
Yeah. Thank God you throw it away.
I don't take your handouts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the other 2 banshees are the ones further away that have yet to act, that were outside Mara's turn undead, and they move 40 feet towards you.
Turn undead lasts 1 minute.
It
No.
It lasts on the creatures
There.
affected.
Turn
But
for 1
it's,
minute.
yeah, it's instantaneous, so it doesn't affect the other ones.
Mara is going to
All
move.
of
Take,
sorry, you were
she's
going to
gonna
move
take
as well.
cover near Garvin.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. There is a. What,
There's a zombie you can
tombstone
hide behind.
Yes, the thing is, Steve, the zombie. No, there's a tombstone.
Don't,
The
you'll trigger
tombstone
down.
is probably, but it's not like a wee half-ass gravestone. It's a big tombstone, so it's quite a weighty big bit of stone that you've
Yeah.
put in front of you. They will just hold their actions because they can't do anything from 20 feet away. So they're now 20 feet away, and it's back to the top of the order, and it is
And there
Alton.
he is.
And you also wake up on the ground. You've had another wee memory lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he remembers being shouted at. I think he recalls that somewhat. All right,
Angry.
So he wakes up. He's on the ground.
If you look around, all four of them are within 20 feet of you.
Nice.
2 on the left, 2 on the right.
I look at the one that's closest to me, and he'll just sort of reach out to her and sort of whistle and dissonant whispers her.
Mm-hmm.
She can make a con save, a wisdom save.
Rolls a 6 plus 0.
Okay, so that's a fail. On a failed save, she'll take 3d6 of psychic damage. Okay. 6 plus 5 again. That's 11 again. Oh no, that's one more. So 15 damage total. And what she sees, is like a version of her that is still human, young. That's what she sees, as basically a warped reflection of herself, and she is frightened.
You feel that she resists the frightening, and as banshees are immune to being frightened and
Very good.
frightened condition.
Okay.
Unless you have a god on your side.
Not that I am aware.
Do you wish to move? Obviously, it's half movement to stand up.
Yeah, I'll move. I'll use half movement to get up and half movement to go back. So it's like 10 feet back or whatever.
Yep, that's fine. So you're 30 feet away from them all.
Yeah, bonus action, healing word myself. Yes, 1 sec. So I will heal for. Hold on. Sorry. Forget what my. So, it's my charisma.
+5.
Yeah, so I heal for 9.
Cool.
Okay. Up to 17 hit points, guys. It's going well.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so much hit points. The most, some say. Cool. End of my turn.
That is fine. It is Banshee number 1 that has been badly injured, is turned by Mara, so it moves 80 feet away, but not before Salir and Garvin both get attacks of opportunity.
Sweet. Can those be reckless? I never know. I don't remember.
No, you can't take reckless. No, I think you can if you've already decided it was reckless on your previous turn, but you can't change it from reckless to unreckless on the reaction.
Everything I do is reckless.
I forgot to read something. It does say that on a failed save, it must immediately use its reaction if available to move far as its speed will allow away from me.
That's fine. So it'll be doing this anyway, but it'll be an extra 40 feet away by the time, because we'll take that into consideration.
Well, it actually doesn't have reactions because I've turned undead.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't.
Yeah, so it won't use its reaction.
It's the funniest countering thing ever.
Garmin got. Oh god, it's a 17. God damn it.
17 hits.
I rolled 15 damage.
Okay. Garvin doesn't need to roll damage as Salir's blow smites it, and it just dissipates into nothing.
Oh.
Celia is disappointed by the lack of blood his enemies are providing.
Yeah, this is going to be the theme now. Nothing is going to bleed forever. It's a golem. Oh.
It's a flesh golem. Yay!
Cyric. It is Cyric next.
Finally.
'Cause I actually did him out of turn. I missed him.
I know there's a blood or golem.
What does Cyric do? Eldritch Blast?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's see what it's got. That's a 16 plus numbers and 13 plus numbers for 2 blasts.
Both of those hit, so it is D10, or is he back up to 2D? No, he's only on D10 so far.
D10, 1 blast each.
Yeah.
He has 2 blasts, but it's a D10. So,
Yeah.
and it's plus 5, actually plus 6 because of his plus 1 magic item.
Yeah.
So 9 damage on the first one and 14 damage on the second one.
So that's 23 damage total. Which one is he targeting? The single one on the left,
Yeah.
or one of the single one on the left?
The single one.
Oh my god, there is a blood golem.
It is Blood Banshee number 2, and it runs away 80 feet or floats off. Salir and Garvin have already used their reactions, so you can't have 2 reactions in one turn. So this one gets away scot-free at the moment. Is 80 feet away, and it is Garvin's turn. There's two of them within that he can move to that are within range on his right hand side.
Yeah, because the other one is fucking far off. So he'll move to them and attack them. Attack.
I take it well, they've both taken some shatter damage from Alton's initial spell, so they're both equally damaged.
Okay. 16.
That does hit.
12 damage.
And it is half to 6.
Secondary attack.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13 just hits.
Oh. Damage.
8 was that?
Yeah.
Half to 4. That's fine. And these things are, they are still wailing. They're not doing the whale. But, they are just sort of screeching and scraping at you. It's not nice things at all. Next is Salir.
I'm going to go up next to Garvin
Mm-hmm.
and hit the thing really hard recklessly.
That is fine.
19 plus numbers. 12 damage for the first attack.
Certainly.
Still alive?
Oh, yeah.
All right. 15 plus numbers.
Mm-hmm.
17 damage.
It is still alive.
Dang it.
And due to its nature, you can't really get a reading on how damaged it is. The last one just seemed to take damage until it dissipated.
Just sifting an axe through like mist. Just like, stop floating around me.
But as you're sort of toe-to-toe with Garvin, you can see that your axe seems to be getting purchase where his isn't, and is doing its full damage rather than his. Next is you, Mara.
Right. Mara is going to cast Cure Wounds on herself at level 2.
So 2d8 plus 5.
Is 13 more.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
That is fine. Is the other 2 Banshees' turn, and they are both going to focus on Slayer, seeing as he's the one doing the damage.
How dare they?
So they both have advantage because you're being Mr.
do.
Reckless. So the first one.
I'm not going to change who I am.
What's that? 17 in the first hit.
Yep.
And the second one rolls 16.
Yep.
Okay. So you take 8 points of necrotic damage on the first attack.
All right.
And 16 points of necrotic damage on the second
God.
attack.
Who
How
took
did
that?
that one do so much? Me.
Okay.
A 3d6 plus 2 is what their damage is on these horrible claws that they're scraping at you with.
I've been hit with them before.
So that is them. It's back to the top of the round. It's
All
Mr.
right.
Alton again.
So there's one that's run away 80 feet, and there's
Yep.
2 that we're in combat with.
Yes. Alton's 30 feet from them because you retreated.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't have the thing in front of me. The spell in front of me. What's the range on magic missile?
Oh, I think it's like 100 feet or something. Bear with me.
Yeah.
$120
Yep.
So you can hit any of them quite easily.
And there's 2 in melee having, or there's 1 in melee.
Two of them engaged with Garvin and Salir, and the other one that Mara's turned that's running away.
None
That
of them
one's
are in melee
just
with
at the
you.
edge of your range. That one's 110 feet away from you, but it's still hittable by magic missile.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 charges for 4 darts.
Mm-hmm.
Send them to the...
Well, your janky wee goblin wand.
Yes, it's good for guaranteed hits. No fires started. Okay, that's good. 4, 1, 5, 8, 13. Okay. So a total of 16 damage altogether. No, not 16.
Sorry, which one are you shooting again?
Bar one.
Yeah.
Not 16, it's 15 damage.
Okay. And that's
Before.
force damage, which you seem to see that it is not resisting in any time, so you are doing that full damage to it.
Okay.
Any movements or bonuses?
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Next, it was Dead Banshee, so it is Surik.
Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. And which one is he aiming for? One of the ones.
He'll help out with the far one.
Yeah, that's fine.
9 plus numbers. Yeah, he has high enough to hit it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then 17 plus numbers, so we're good.
Yeah, both of those hit.
So 9 damage for one and 10 damage for the next.
Good.
Seems to still be.
Oh, I might be doing this wrong. Does he actually have Agonizing Blast Invocation?
I don't think so, but I shall double check for you though.
Then I need to reduce that damage.
He does. He does.
Okay, then yes,
He
those
does.
numbers are correct.
He does.
Then yeah, that was a 9 and 10.
Okay. It takes time, and then it is its turn, and it moves another 80 feet, so it's now 160 feet away from you.
He no longer has to run once he's beyond 30 feet.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah, once it's
right.
beyond 30 feet, they don't have to run anymore.
In that case, I think it will just circle round at the 80 feet. In that case, sort of hissing and wailing at you. But again, not big wailing, just small wailing, and wanting to try and get in. That makes sense. Garvin next.
Right. He will attack one of the banshees, the one he already attacked.
Yeah.
It is also no longer turned because it has taken damage.
Well, in that case, that's different.
I'm reading more each time we do it.
Sorry,
I have an
I'm going to go
excuse.
back then because it would, if it's taken damage, it would come back.
14 anyway.
Hold on to that because I wouldn't have done that if I'd known that one wasn't no longer turned. It's going to come back 40 feet. So it is now 40 feet away from Garvin and Salir. It is 60 feet away from Mara and Cyric, and Alton is
80 feet away.
80 feet away. So everyone apart from Alton, I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
You said they didn't have any more whales.
No, Wisdom saving throw. Sorry, it's not a whale. It is using its action to create a horrifying visage.
Oh, I know that one. Wait, I know this. Oh god, I know the side effects of this ability. Okay.
Well,
12 fails. It's a DC 13, the same as the whale.
Do you want me? All right, I'll roll for Cyric now. 7.
Okay, that's the fail. Garvin.
What does he have? Does he have wisdom?
It's not +6.
But he has a advantage on saving. He has proficiency in wisdom saving throws. I think it's a druid.
He's got +6, so that will be a 13.
Oh, there you go. So he's good.
Exactly.
what bonus does Mara have to the save?
Mara has a +8.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Garvin has
I don't think it matters. I rolled a 3.
+0.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and I have a +1. Come on, wisdom. That's a 4.
Right. So everyone apart from Mara and Alton are now frightened of the second banshee. You all have the frightened condition, and you can retake that saving throw at the end of each turn.
Oh, okay. So this is something different than I was imagining. Because there is an undead thing that uses a spell called like Horrifying Visage that it ages you 1d4 times 10 years.
Yes.
No, it's not that.
I thought we were dealing with that. I was like, oh god.
So what this does is, in Frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls whilst the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer.
Okay.
So then it was Garvin Mara, but he passed. Did he? No, he didn't. He failed.
No.
So that attack roll would have been at disadvantage.
Okay. What did I say? 14?
Yes.
Right. I don't think it can roll much worse. No, yeah, that's higher.
Okay, so it still hits.
Yeah. And it does brain 13 damage.
Okay, that's fine. That kills
second
the
attack.
third banshee, but that isn't the banshee that is responsible for the field.
Wailing.
Right. So then he'll attack because you said it died, or
Yeah,
Am I
it died.
just-
Yeah. So you can attack the other one next to it. That's fine because that's not moving closer to the second one. This is the fourth one he's attacking.
20 total,
That hits.
and that is a 11 damage.
Yep. Fine. Sleeper, it is you now.
Okay, can I avert my eyes from the one that I'm feared from?
if you do, because it's close to the other one now as it's moved back. No, it's not. You would be able to attack that other one without the disadvantage, I think.
Okay.
You'd be able to maneuver yourself in such a way that it was behind you.
Cool. Reckless. I hit it. I'll just do my second class. I'm rolling.
The viewers like the numbers, you know.
Oh, sorry. I rolled an 18.
I kind of like that. I
plus
hit
8. I've been rolling above like 12 every time, so I'm like, well, I hit it. Yeah, another 19. So I wish I crit on 19s. So
As a fighter.
Yeah, 3 levels.
9 damage on the first attack, and 12 on the second.
Fine. It is still there and in your face.
And I will take that wisdom saving throw for the fear now.
Mm-hmm.
I pass.
Super. That's fine.
You want to roll that for Garvin?
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. What is it?
Is it plus
Wisdom?
0? Yep.
Yeah.
13's the
12.
DC.
Ooh.
So close yet so far.
Yeah.
Mara, it's your go next.
Right. I am fearful of the creature, so I will attack the creature. Or could I not attack the creature?
You can attack.
No,
it.
you can't. You just can't move closer to it, but any attack has disadvantage.
I can't tell how wounded the creature is. Have I seen people attack the
Yeah,
creature? a
just
lot?
got hit twice.
Is this
Right.
is this the one
Which
that
one?
you are fearful of?
Yes.
Yes, that
It's the
creature
Eldritch
has been hit a lot.
Right.
It's had 2
Okay, we'll
Eldritch
do-
Blasts, it's had a round of Selir attacks, and it has had a swarm of magic missiles.
Right. We shall do a guiding bolt against it.
Okay.
I don't remember what my bonus is. I think it's like 8 also.
Yeah, plus 8.
15.
15 hits.
And
You don't need to roll because your guiding bolt is going to kill it because it has 1 hit point.
so Mara, basically.
And it's radiant damage, so it's double damage.
Yeah.
It's
ooh.
not. It's not in 5e. It is not.
Undead do not suffer extra.
No.
And they do not have all the same
Vulnerabilities.
resistances anymore.
That's true. And who's next?
It is the last remaining Banshee, which is going to hit you, or attempt to hit you. So
It has
still with advantage because you
Yep.
were reckless again. Or
Always reckless.
Oh, that one's a natural 20.
Of course.
So 66 necrotic. Oh, you fucker. 16 the first 3 dice rolls. No. Yes, because that's right.
Okay.
Wasn't that 20, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Save crit and chat.
And 9 from the
Okay,
second.
16 plus 9, 25 total.
Yeah.
Also, yes, that's it. 25.
That's
oh,
it.
Was,
That's
was there plus 2 to that?
I already added that to the
Okay.
first one because it only gets the +2 twice.
Yeah.
The once, sorry, but I added that to the first 3 dice rolls. And that being that, it is back to Alton.
Before we go on Alton, Tara said he had to catch the bus. Like,
Yeah, is it
right now.
in like 2 minutes?
So before we do another round.
Yeah.
Okay, we can just finish there.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that. I didn't want you to
thank
dismiss
you.
your bus.
Otherwise, I'm not coming home today. Yeah, so I guess I'll just run then.
Well, I would say, Terror, quickly just say hello and leave.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Yeah,
Bye.
pack up your stuff. See you later.
See you later.
See you next week.
Bye.
You
Thanks.
there.
I think we can quite safely say as well, I know our stream will
Yeah.
have gone a bit janky at the moment, but
Always does.
we're not going to bother fixing it because
No.
we are just going to end there. But the remaining Banshee is going to be out this round anyway, so we can just fudge that and say you finish off the other one with, because it's last in the turn order.
Yeah.
So it's not going to survive another 5 sets of attacks. So that is fine. Sorry, that was a bit abrupt. I never heard Terra say that at the beginning of the stream.
He said it in the chat in the middle of the stream, and
did he?
I wasn't sure how this combat was going to go.
Okay. See, I have the video maximized, so I can't see any of the Discord
that's
chat.
right. And I knew he forgot about it, so that's why I made sure to bring it up.
You're a very good friend, Jabba. And yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do our wrap up stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Have we had any new followers or anything to shout out?
We have. So, starting about a week ago, last week, we had Misfit Captain Grimm. Misfit Captain Grimm followed us. We appreciate that. I don't know if you heard his name, but thank you. We have Forrest Immel, which is a friend that I met at a convention, and the camera doesn't work right now, but I'll show a picture of it next week. He draws art, and he followed us for it, and I was happy.
Awesome.
And then we had Arabani followed us.
Sorry, just Dan says in chat, the last one got hit by Terra's boss as it leaves.
Yeah, that's
So we have Arabani, of course. We have Dan hosting us every week, like a beautiful, beautiful boy he is.
MVP.
And actually today we had a follow by Lego Goliath.
Oh yeah, there was Lego jokes in chat.
Yes.
Yeah, there were Lego jokes in chat.
Whenever he comes in. So we appreciate that. I don't know if that's somebody I know or if someone else knows.
I don't know. It seemed like a dude that went and changed his name for the purpose of that joke that was happening.
But it's also, I know somebody who goes by the name Lego.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll see.
thanks so much for stopping by, Lego Goliath.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the follow too. It really, really helps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As always, we have our sponsor, which is Libris Arcana. So that's use the code Saviors to get 25% off. They do. It's 25% off the subscription.
Yeah,
So
the first month.
The first month of the monthly subscription.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But there's no contract, so you can actually just do it for 1 month if you just want to get one set.
If you wanted to see what it was
really-
like and see what it was about, but like, I mean, it's basically you get a box of awesome custom dice, and you don't really know what you're getting each month. If you're an RPG fan at all, that's like heaven.
they're all
That's
super
heaven.
fun. Like all the dice are great.
Yeah, if you have a look on the website,
And
for
it's
really
also
good.
free worldwide postage. So
I believe, is our website down below? If not, I will update that. I'm not 100% sure.
We'll add it.
Anyway, Libris Arcana.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
Click
it's
down
in
below.
the bottom right hand corner.
Oh yeah, it's LibrisArcana.com.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Got it.
go check them out.
And anything else? Anybody has anything to say?
No, just
everything,
Tara and
man.
I will be streaming as normal, woefully trudging our way through the glorious and very good Icewind Dale that we thoroughly enjoy, but are absolutely inept at.
If you have any friends, gaming groups, anything like that you think that would enjoy the show, please let them know when it's on.
Yeah.
Give them links and stuff like that. Try and spread the word, the good word of the Saviors. So that we can try and get a more solidified community would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want as a community.
Yep.
Yes. So thank you and good night. Good day.
Depends on where you are.
Depends where you are in the world. It's
All
good
right.
evening
Good.
here.
Good time.
Good evening.
Such idiots. All right. We will see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.